The first thing you notice is the attendance. Many more people here than compared to last year. As you say, they estimate up to 70,000 people will be coming through the doors at Web Summit 2022. And as a result, there is a very, very different feel, a very different dynamic, because obviously at Web Summit 2021, COVID was still going on. We needed to show our COVID certificates everywhere just to get into Portugal, just to get into any of these security checkpoints. We're having our temperatures taken. Everyone had to wear a mask, of course. And as a result, it wasn't particularly user-friendly because there were absolutely massive queues for everything, and not just to get into the event. It was literally to go into every hall. So it wasn't particularly user-friendly, and I'm sure that persuaded many people not to attend. Now, this year, there's a big, as you say, a big push on inclusivity. The organisers are very proud to announce that there's a 50-50 split on male and female attendance. And in terms of what they'll be discussing, well, Web 3.0 is the big buzz term this year. There'll also be a big focus on artificial intelligence, on its uses, on how it's going to affect our lives in the future. Here's my report. It's considered one of the most important tech conferences in the world. The Web Summit is back, and once again opening its doors to startups, investors, scientists and industry leaders. That is much to the relief of Paddy Cosgrove. The Irish CEO thought that his whole operation would fold last year. The COVID pandemic meant that there was little interest from countries to host such an event. The Portuguese government eventually offered some much-needed help. This year there are over 70,000 people attending. That's double last year's numbers. Attendees can expect lively debate on everything from artificial intelligence to Web 3.0. The organisers have also continued to promote diversity and inclusivity.
2021 was the first year that we reached parity in terms of female participation. We had approximately 50% female attendees. That's kind of quite a number compared to industry standards. Most technology conferences globally tend to be between 10 and 20% female participation.
Now, the four-day event is a chance for like-minded people to meet, debate and strike deals. This year, the organisers have also invited over 50 startups from Ukraine to help smaller businesses survive and possibly grow during a time of great crisis in that country. Green investment will also feature, just like it did last year. This is footage from a coral reef restoration project in the Caribbean. It was the brainchild of Dr. Deborah Brosnan. The marine eco-specialist gave a talk at the event 12 months ago and got some unexpected help.
Last year, I spoke at Web Summit and I announced that we were doing a coral reef restoration to scale project and that we would welcome new technologies to help us. In the audience was a man called David who came up to me and said, "We're developing a new AI technology that we think could help you monitor coral reefs, identify biodiversity patterns." And fast forward today, his technology is now being deployed on our reefs.
The Web Summit also runs events in Rio de Janeiro, Toronto and Hong Kong. And there are also plans to expand the network further in China, and the group is now looking at Beijing or Shanghai as potential options. So the event itself actually starts in just over 10 minutes' time. We'll be here all week bringing you interviews and stories on all the big topics and issues, especially a Web 3.0. And those Ukrainian startups that you heard me mention in the package. In fact, it's quite noticeable the amount of Ukrainians that you're seeing here in Lisbon this week. They estimate around 1,000 delegates. But for now, from me, it's back to you in London.